स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय Ramakrishnaय te namaha. Almost since about 3 weeks, we have been contemplating on various ways by which we turn inward, dive within, and transcend all the sheaths that are covering our soul and entering within. So Sri Ramakrishna telling, what will you get on the surface, floating on the surface, dive deep, regarding meditation. Now, I will continue with the text. Narendra and his friends came down from their seats on the raised platform of the Panchavati and stood near the master. Sri Ramakrishna had gone to see how they are meditating, how they are diving within. He had asked them to go and meditate in the Panchavati early in the morning after their ablutions. And now we see Sri Ramakrishna himself has gone there to watch how they have been meditating. He sees everyone's face. He sees deep within them what is their state, how they have gone inside. Usually what all of us do is to sit, withdraw the mind a little, and then come away. While sitting itself, we will think we are going to sit for 15 minutes, half an hour. And already I have put the condition. Mind must be unconditioned when we sit for meditation. No limitations of any type. We, instead of withdrawing, we must turn inward and dive within. So this diving within, they have been almost in contact with Sri Ramakrishna for some time now. They have seen him entering into superconscious state of samadhi, bhava samadhi now and then. He is totally oblivious of the external world, and they want to achieve, they want to transcend the nature and go beyond. They want to break all the limitations and attain that freedom of the soul. They want to enter the life eternal, life of absolute bliss, everlasting peace, and total freedom from the nature. So they have been able to turn, which is most difficult part, to turn within. Turning within is the sign that I am leaving the world. From my awareness, the world is disappearing. Entirely the world disappears when I turn inward. I am not aware of when I sit for meditation and turn inward, the external world has disappeared. Just like when we enter into sleep. When we enter into sleep, nature makes us withdraw our consciousness. I am conscious. This consciousness withdrawn. In meditation, we won't withdraw the consciousness, but turn inward the focus. We become intensely conscious of my inner world, and the moment I turn inward, the external world disappears. Just like I enter into sleep and disappear the world. With the same absence of the world, but inner world is becoming brighter. My bodily existence I transcend, just like when I sleep I forget my body, this world I forget. And then I go layer by layer. Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya. Entering the Vijnanamaya itself is spiritual awakening. I move from the Deha Bhava to Jiva Bhava. This transformation is permanent and eternal. When you come back from that day, when you are able to enter into Vijnanamaya Kosha, When you come back, you find yourself sitting in the same body like sitting in a car. It's totally as much as this cloth you are wearing, you are aware that you are not this cloth. Same awareness, I am not this body, becomes clear and direct experience. This is spiritual awakening. I am spiritually awakened. So, from spiritual awakening, after some repeated going, we enter into Savikalpa Samadhi, where we go a little more deeper towards the Vijnanamaya Kosha. From Vijnanamaya Kosha to Anandamaya Kosha. When we are moving towards the Anandamaya Kosha, we see brighter consciousness where the God manifests Himself in taking form of my liking. I like God in a particular way. I want to see God as Rama or Krishna or Ramakrishna or as Durga. The absolute existence manifests in the form. Then we transcend the slowly. God will take us further to still deeper layers of existence, that is the self-knowledge or the Brahman, towards the total dissolution of the form. I transcend the entire universe. I transcend the entire my existence. I transcend the microcosm. I transcend the macrocosm and enter the realm, eternal, unchanging reality. So this we have been seeing throughout, and these people have been able to turn inward, but they have not been able to dive deep within the depths of one's own being. We have to transcend one by one layer. The moment we turn inward, the moment the world disappears, moment the bodily existence disappears, we feel great amount of joy. To be free from body is unimaginable. The dimensions and all this, we cannot even imagine what it could be. So to that depth understanding we move to. So there we see the joy that we get. All the enjoyments of the world put together may not be equated, cannot be equated with a iota of that joy that you get total freedom from the bodily existence. So to that extent, to that depth, but there is the moment we start going inward, the joy itself makes us not to go deeper, because so much of joy, we forget that still deeper, still more joy, still more freedom, still more light is there. We land there the moment we forget the body, and I am conscious, fully conscious, not unconscious like in dream and sleep. Here I am moving towards higher conscious, super consciousness, more real, more awake than the waking state. Yet, Sri Ramakrishna, this is the state in which these people were lying now, meditating. So, Narendra, when Thakur comes and tells them, sings this song and all that, then they slowly get down after the song is over. Narendra and his friends came down from their seats on the raised platform of Panchavati and stood near the master. Master is standing there. They were sitting on the platform below the Panchavati. Panchavati is a place where most of the sadhana of Sri Ramakrishna took place in Dakshineshwar. He used to sit there for meditations. Behind is the Kutiya, where he practiced the Advaitic sadhana. So this we see him, there the master is making them meditate where he had done his spiritual practices, where he had achieved all the great experiences of the life, and they are getting down and coming to Sri Ramakrishna. He returned to his room with them. Master Sri Ramakrishna had come to the disciples to see their state. Now with them he is moving back. The master continued. He had sung the song and he is continuing. When you plunge in the water of the ocean, you may be attacked by alligators, but they won't touch you if your body is smeared with turmeric. There are no doubt 6 alligators, lust, anger, avarice, and all this, and so on within you. That is Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, Matsarya, Ahankara, Ragadvesha, all these are within you in the heart's fathomless depths. Within you, these things are there, but in the heart's fathomless depths. But protect yourself with the turmeric of discrimination. Why Sri Ramakrishna is telling is, you see, there are no doubt 6 alligators, Kama, Krodha and all that, lust, anger, avarice and so on, within you, in the heart's fathomless depths. Because even lust, Kama or anger, wrath, when somebody insults, when somebody goes against my wishes, I get such a anger. Where is that? If it is on the surface, I can take it away. Lust, even in dream I get angry. We see, means it is not associated with the physical body alone. It is there in the depths of our heart. It has entered because it is the nature's drives. They are all nature's drive. In case of all animals and plants or any system we see all these without exception. Any animal you can see, anger, lust and all these are there in them. But they are driven only by instincts. That is, the nature is alone driving. In case of human, the nature is also driving and they also have the craving for, because of the past experiences, lives after lives, they have acquired that momentum. Past momentum also is making them move forward towards the possessions and enjoyments. And the nature also is driving. From either side, it is not just the drives of the animals or any other species in the world. It is inner drive of the past vasanas that I have acquired, the tendencies I have acquired, the past momentum, that is also driving. Nature also is driving, like all other beings. I am also subject. They are subjected only to their nature's drives. We are subjected to nature's drive as well as our momentum. We have the acquired huge momentum to acquire the property, hold things and enjoy. So the moment we move in that direction, we lose the freedom. First thing is bondage and suffering. The momentary joy, momentary pleasure of the bodily pleasures, and whole life you will be caught in its web. You can't escape. And not only that, you are yielding to your own karmas, and which you have to undergo all the consequences and sufferings. The 2 things, bondage and sufferings. So, if you, but protect yourself with the turmeric of discrimination and renunciation. When the people in Ganga here, there, when they go for bath, where there are these crocodiles and alligators and all that, they smear the body with turmeric. The smell of turmeric is repellent, and even the color, when we dive within or get inside the water, we feel that they feel They don't feel attracted towards us. They don't even feel like eating it. Though they may be hungry also. The turmeric smell, water smelling, and then the color of the water, they don't dare to come. So, what is this turmeric? We use turmeric in the ordinary sea waters or in the river water where these alligators and crocodiles are there. But what is that we use in our life to be free from the alligators, kama, krodha and all, is turmeric of discrimination, viveka, and renunciation, tyaga, and they won't touch you. So the most two important things is viveka, vairagya, dispassion towards the world. Not that we are going to leave the world, run away from the world, but we see that we are participating in every aspect of our life with viveka, with power of discrimination. What is real, what is unreal, what is going to benefit me, what is going to give me bondage, what is making me bound, what is making me release. We walk on the path where we have more freedom, more sustained joy, happiness which is sustained long. All the time you are filled with joy and peace within you. You are not missing anything. You are not avoiding anything, world or people or activities. You are ready to do every part of your life wholeheartedly, mixing with people, doing celebrations, everything. But you are remaining in such a way in your inner peace and inner joy is not affected by the external things. This unaffected by the external things. That is, when we get into the water, we are smearing with the repellent so that this is the repellent. If you possess that viveka and vairagya, dispassion, I don't want to possess anything. It is there. If it is not there, also all right. I cannot live without it, becomes the bondage. I can. I don't need anything of this world. Still I can live happily. That kind of, and renunciation has two aspects. The viveka is mainly nitya, anitya viveka. What is eternal, what is temporary. Because I have two existences, my spiritual existence, my bodily existence. This bodily existence is going to disappear one day. It is moving from the birth to growth, slowly it moves towards the decay and death. The body goes, but the soul, just like when we sleep, the temporary separation from the body is sleep, permanent separation is death. The part which is going to separate from me, my bodily existence when I sleep, the same part is going to leave and go to the other body. So death is, my soul is going to continue its journey. It has come from somewhere, it has put on this dress, it is going to go to the another body. The body is going to destroy, but the soul doesn't get destroyed. So I have to separate, even when I am in the body, just like when I am asleep, I am totally independent of body. Can I be in the same state when I am living in this body? Can I be totally free from this external body as if I am asleep? So freedom, so total. Anything happening to the body is not. Then only I have transcended death. Being body, and I can never be immortal. I cannot be the eternal. I cannot be the Atman. I cannot be Brahman. Body cannot be Brahman. The moment till I wake up, I am separate from body. Totally separate. I have nothing to do with the body. I have existence totally independent of body when I sleep. But while waking up, just waking up, I totally identify. So much so, I am body. Till I sleep again, I am body. This identity, how do I develop? What for do I develop? My karmic load is making me. I have to experience the joys and sorrows of my life because of my past karmas. I have tendencies to work out that makes me identify at all three levels: gross, subtle and causal level. All the three levels I identify. So when I separate from the body, now I have an existence independent of body. When I start loving something beyond, if I love my people alone, I hold on to my people alone or the property alone, and I concentrate, I become so small that I live in a small circle of my own, then I will be body. Can I expand myself to love the entire world? Can I love all beings? Then I am becoming slowly independent of body. The more I am expanded, I am out of this body. I am everywhere. If I love God, I am separating from the body because God is transcendental aspect which is pervading the universe and every jiva. I can, if I want, with bodily existence, I can interact and move with this world alone. World alone I can hold on to if I am holding on to myself as body. Holding on to world makes me body. Holding on to God makes me spiritual being. So we either love God and become intimate so that body remains just a cover on our self. Even in waking state, nothing harms me. But when I become body, or when the moment I hold on to this world, I am becoming intensely body. So to be here, being in the world, attending to all duties of life, can you be still independent of the body? Yes. You have to have two. One, discrimination, dispassion. Dispassion, vairagya, is not something I hate or push away. Oh, I don't want this world. It doesn't become vairagya, it doesn't become dispassion. It becomes dislike, hatred. No, I don't do. I am not attached to it. I don't say without it I cannot live. I cannot. It is there. I am happy. I am moving with it. I am living with it. But I am not attached to it. Asakti is not there. I am not holding anything. I have released. And my freedom I am having. I can give more love. I can dedicate myself more when I am free from the bonds. So in dispassion, there is no dislike, there is no throwing away, and there is no separation, but I live independent of it, with it, because that is also going to perish one day. My bodily existence also is going to perish one day. Whatever we hold on to, they are all passing. Two important laws of this nature: impermanency and uncertainty. Whatever tomorrow, what is going to happen is uncertain, and whatever is there in this universe is impermanent. It is passing. We come, live for some time, and go away. So this bodily existence is, so in this, if I want to be totally freedom, I only want is freedom, not in case of renunciation, tyaga, I give up the another part, my ego. What I am really going to give up is ego. The whole thing is based on the ego. I become so humble. I become the servant of all people of this world. I become servant of the Lord who is residing in all jivas. Renunciation is all the things, whatever I am doing, bodily, mentally, through intellect, whatever I do is based on my I, ego. In renunciation, I surrender this ego. I am free. Ego is binding me, ego is holding me. So in renunciation there are two aspects, Bhagavane Anurag, Jagate Virag. And Virag means, Vairagya means, I am not hating, I am not leaving and go running away, I am not avoiding any work and activities. I have cultivated dispassion, passionate attachment for God, passionate attachment for all jivas collectively. If I focus on one, I become body. I focus on all jivas, I become the free soul. So from one small, holding on to the small family, that, I expand to love the entire world. This is renunciation. This is expansion. To know that is discrimination. Oh, this is there. This is, I am becoming puny and bound. I am entering into a house of bondage and suffering. I am entering myself into a prison. I am expanding and coming out of all bonds and limitations. This is the two aspects of jnana and vairagya, holding on to the discrimination. Jnana is discrimination, the difference between the nitya and anitya. So here we clearly understand the essence of the whole life to attain total freedom, being in the world with all others, and every duty of our life is possible only through, one is dispassion, one is the sacrifice of my life for a higher cause, higher purpose. It is, the renunciation is not something I am going to give up or anything. So here we see, just like I bring a fish, keep in a small bowl, it is there, I am feeding it, it becomes a little bigger. It cannot move about, it was freely moving about. Now because of its growth, I have to put in a small vessel. It is moving about, it is feeding it, and few months ago, it becomes still bigger, that it cannot move about. Because of its growth, I have to put in a big trough. Then I see it has grown again within a few months, little more. I cannot hold that in that. Now it has to give up because of growth. It is growing bigger and bigger. Then I will put in a tank. It still grows. I will put in a river. If it's still bigger, it will go to the sea. So as we grow from our little self, and renunciation, giving, I am leaving my home not because I dislike, but I have gone beyond. I cannot limit myself to the small house, a small job, small living, in a small enjoyments. No, I have grown. I have grown in knowledge. I have grown in understanding. I have grown myself in all respects. So my heart has expanded to love others. From one little family, I am entering into the Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the whole universe, the whole world as mine, all beings as my own. Every house is my family. So this expansion is called renunciation. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.